Hey guys, Half-Life Magic here. Welcome back to another video. I wanted to start off this year with a little review talking about How to Read Minds kits by Peter Turner and Ellusionist. Now, I want to start this off by kind of just saying I've been kind of an Illusionist fan since like 2016-ish. I kind of fell out of Magic around 2019, got more into like cardistry and stuff, but found my way back to Magic. And over the past year, I've been getting into mentalism, which is where these two kits come along. Now, I have my notes on my computer, so if you see me look over here, that's why. So I wanted to kind of go over like the pros and cons of each one and my recommendations on whether I think you should get it or not, and some alternatives if I don't think you should get it. Little foreshadowing there. All right, so first off, How to Read Minds kit number 1. This was obviously kind of my first introduction to mentalism. I really didn't know what I was getting into when I got this. Basically, what really inspired me to get this though was the iPhone pin code unlock. That was really it. I was like, that sounds like an amazing trick. If I could pull that off, that sounds amazing. What more could you ask for than reveal someone's like phone pin code? Like, that's pretty cool. But as I opened the kit and learned and watched all the videos, I fell in love with mentalism, and I really dove into it a lot more, and eventually I got the kit too and a bunch of other stuff. But let's talk about the pros for this kit. So, the pros for the first kit: really good beginning teaching. For someone who had no idea about anything for mentalism, I was able to follow along really well. Peter Turner is an amazing teacher. I love his like teaching style and just him as a person. It was all really nice. And then Brad Christian and at some points like Geraint Clark and stuff would come along and kind of act as like a stand-in for you to ask more questions, to clarify things, because Peter Turner goes fast. So sometimes you need a little bit of clarity to understand like and be caught up with what he's thinking and stuff, especially if you're new and a beginner. So that was something that was really nice. Another pro, it was a little over an hour long video of performances, and those performances were really interesting, and you almost learn more from watching the performance and how Peter presents himself and will talk to the spectators than just from the standard instructions alone. Like, you learn so much just from watching him do his thing for an hour. It's really good. And last pro, there's a lot of variety between like the types of mentalism. So it goes into like, you have spoon bending, you have like you got the pin code unlock, you have some drawing duplication stuff. You got a wide variety of stuff, and it allows you to go down further and figure out which one you're kind of interested and want to learn more about, and then you can go search and learn from better instructions. Let me reset this. And you can go and figure out what you like and find like an upgraded version of that teaching. So that was something that's really nice. All right, let's go over the cons. A lot of the props didn't feel to be like professional quality. Like, they were good quality, but they felt amateurish. Like, if you really wanted to feel more professional, then you're more likely than not going to want to upgrade a lot of these things, especially the Peak Wallet. The Peak Wallet is the number one thing that, as soon as I opened the kit and really found out what I was doing, I was like, the first thing I want to do is upgrade my Peak Wallet, because the basic Peak Wallet that they have it's like a modified Himber wallet, and it gets the job done. It does. Like, you don't technically need to buy anything more, but you know, it's definitely something. It's the number one thing that I would recommend to upgrade if you did end up getting this kit is the Peak Wallet. And another con, there isn't a lot of things that felt super like mind blowing. Like, a lot of the tricks were like really they were good, but nothing that really makes your spectator go like, "What? That's insane." You know, besides a few standoffs like the pin code reveal and like one or two others. Um and then last con, this is a smaller one, but not all of the tricks that are taught have a performance, so you might be a little confused on how to do some of them, kind of. It'll make more sense if you do end up getting it, but my favorite tricks. So my favorite tricks for How to Reminds 1, everything to do with the fraud card, amazing. Love all the tricks that are included. It's got like three or four different tricks that you can do, and they're all really, really great. Really easy to do, pretty much. Love that. Another is the ESP match stuff. All of the ESP match stuff, while I do not like the ESP cards, and that was another thing that I upgraded myself as soon as I got this kit, was the ESP cards. I didn't like them. But the teaching is really, really good ESP teaching. And then my last favorite trick is a little Seven of Hearts trick, which will make sense if you ever do end up buying this, but you know. At the end of the day, would I recommend this kit in 2025? And the answer is no. The price that Ellusionist is selling this for on their website with no like sales or anything is $175, which is a lot of money. I personally got this on eBay for 110, and I think anywhere between $90 and $110 is about what it's worth. If you're spending more than that, I would just don't buy this kit. I don't think it's worth it. With that money, instead, I have come up with a alternative list of things that you can get. So, number one, either Untapped Potential or Lost by Peter Turner. Both are around the $70 to $75 range, but cover a few of the tricks that come in this kit, but just really, really good basis for mentalism there. Both are great, love them, lots of tricks. And they're both by Peter Turner too, so you're still getting the same kind of like knowledge from Peter Turner that really is what you're paying for this kit. So that gives you $75. Next thing, Shadow Wallet. Shadow Wallet by D. Christopher in the 1914. Probably one of the best peak wallets out there, especially for its price. Like $65. It's sold out right now. It's probably gonna come back in like a month or two of this video coming out. So I would recommend that. It has some great teaching. It covers kind of one of the effects that's taught in the kit, but it comes with two of its own really unique, really good effects. And the Shadow Wallet just has so much more utility than the basic little Himber wallet that comes with this. And last but not least, to kind of make up for this kit is Fraud by Peter Turner and Ellusionist. It actually does come in this kit, and it's probably one of my favorite parts of this kit. It's $20, but I got it on sale for like $5. So if you just watch Ellusionist site, you can probably get it for a nice discount. It really is good. The credit card looks real. The like foil inking on all the letters kind of rubs off a little bit, but that's not a huge deal. Most of the time you're giving the spectator the card to like look at, so they can like look at it closely, so they can still see all of the numbers anyway, so it doesn't really matter that it rubs off. Not a big deal. Yeah, and that's kit number 1. Wouldn't really recommend unless you can get it for a really good price. All right, now how to read minds 2. All right, now how to read minds 2. Now this kit, pros. Again, great teaching by Peter Turner. But it's not as beginner friendly, obviously. They kind of market this one to more of a intermediate mentalist, which is really what I would say it is for. Um, you know, there was less. Brad and wasn't there to help guide the teachings. They had some other woman magician who she was supposed to kind of fill the job, but she ended up not really doing much. She just kind of like looked at the camera and would, you know, she just really felt like a little stage assistant for Peter in the video, which isn't not really what I think she was supposed to feel like. Next up, it has some really, really strong effects and really, really good utilities. Like, I can say this now because they've marketed it in the video, but this comes with a really high quality thumper, right? And that was not something that was marketed until after they released Rise as his own thing. Like, having the Rise gimmick in here, I at first wasn't as interested in Rise because I was like, oh, you know, whatever. I can do my own, like, A-can thing. I don't really need some crazy gimmick or whatever. Because I thought I really didn't know what it was going to be. But once I found out that it was like a thumper and then some other stuff, I was like, oh, cool. A thumper that came with this kit. And again, I got this kit for, I think it like $90. I got it like half off or something almost. Again, really great price for getting the thumper and getting all of the other utilities. So this comes with more utilities that you have to make, but then once you know how to make them, you can just make a bunch of them in the future, and it's not something you're really gonna ever run out of for stuff. So really, really great there. And now cons. A lot of the 1/5 of the whole project was focused on Rise and the Rise gimmick, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I felt like they could have used a little more time on some of the other stuff, and they could have maybe added like 1 or 2 more tricks just to really flush things out a little bit, but that's really a minor complaint. Another con, there are a few filler tricks that, you know, I think I would never use. They put in like the 21 card trick and like Out of This World, and they do kind of their own teaching on it, so it is kind of unique, but at the same time, that's, you can learn that for free on YouTube. It felt really like filler. And another con, a lot of the tricks don't have performances. Most of the ones where you'd want a performance do, but a few of them don't. So that's just something that I really wish was there, was more performances. And then my favorite tricks for How to Read Minds 2. Out of This Galaxy. Kind of a similar feel to Out of This World, but it really does feel mind-blowing, and it's absolutely super simple to do, but it really makes you feel, and makes your spectator feel like you are reading their mind. It's absolutely amazing. You go out of the room, you call them on FaceTime, and you can just tell them, they turn over cards from a deck and you just tell them whether they're red or black. And then you can also end by telling them what the final card they're holding is in their hand. It's an amazing trick. And it was personally what I watched the trailer that had Brad, Peter performing for Brad, and that was what bought the kit for me, right? It sold it to me. It was so good. Another one, Amnesia card. It is a pseudo hypnosis trick that's really, really easy and fun to do. It's not something you'd perform on a single individual, but it's more of a group thing. Like, if you know some other Peter Turner stuff, that'll make sense. But yeah, a really fun idea. And then any picture at any number is kind of a take on any card at any number, but it uses blank billets and drawings, and it's really interesting, and I like it a lot. And there's more tricks that I want to include, but I just wanted to keep it to like my top 3. So here is the bottom line. Do I recommend this kit? If you plan on using Rise a lot, then this kit at the full price is probably worth it. Which is saying a lot because, again, it's $175, which is a lot of money. But, you know, Rise is itself worth like 70 bucks on its own. And it is really good if you're going to use it. If you're not going to use Rise very much, you know, waiting for a sale would probably be your best bet, but I definitely would recommend How to Read Your Minds 2 in 2025, right? So many great tricks by Peter Turner. This is really high quality, and I love it very much. This is really high quality, and I expect anyone who gets it to really enjoy themselves and have some great tricks to perform to friends or family or whatever.